recitals, so it's been right after church, so people don't have to leave and come back. And Miroslav and Nazari and I will be doing another one on August 18th. So Nazari will sing some songs, and I think I might be playing violin and viola on that one. We might sing something too, but it's always fun for me and Nazari to do duets. But um, please welcome Miroslav, and as he will play his Mozart, and he's going to have a few words about that too.
So good afternoon, everyone. As all of you know, my name is Miroslav Mikolenko, and it is my tremendous pleasure to perform this mini recital. I'm very excited because it's a new format for us. Usually, as some of you know, we do, these more official, I guess, and longer recitals. I kind of joke with my brother that it's already difficult for us to stay within 1 hour because we usually go like above 1 hour. And if you remember, last winter we did a concert like it was almost 2 hours. So, yeah, so mini recital it's a new thing, but I'm really excited about it, and I think it's it's a great way to share music with you. I have just a couple of remarks. I don't want to take a lot of time, but just telling a little bit about myself. I was born in Kyiv, Ukraine, and I moved to the United States 7 years ago with my family. For those of you who don't know, today I'm honored to study at the Peabody Conservatory in Baltimore. I'm here, as you know, for my summer break, and I'm super grateful for the church that they invited me as a guest musician. So you probably sometimes see me there playing on the piano. Including today. A couple of more words. I'm also grateful especially at this time of the year, because, and I like to say this story just to sort of maybe remind people and remind myself of how I even got here. But it's a short, funny story. But about 2 years ago, Sharon first contacted me via Messenger and asked if I would be willing to accompany her. And it was completely out of blue. It was completely unexpected. And when I saw her that time, I knew that I saw her face before. Like I knew that I saw her somewhere, but I just couldn't remember exactly where. And then I think she told me, or I was just reminded that when I was back at Fenton High School in Bensonville in 2019, I believe, so it's like 5 years ago. It was the first time that I saw her because she was sobbing and teaching music class at the time. And I think this story is it works really well as almost testimony of how unexpected meetings they can last and produce, like such deep connections. And I'm so grateful for this church that you take music very seriously, and you create these concert opportunities, and that I've been here ever since. So thank you so much, and it is my tremendous pleasure. Thank you to all of you for coming. It means truly a lot to us. And on August 18th, as Sharon said, we're going to have another concert with my brother, Nazari Mikhailenko, who I think is going to sing some really exciting songs. So don't miss that concert, and invite your friends, family to attend as well. All right, so without further ado, let me just quickly say a couple of words about my first piece, and we'll get started. So I would like to begin with Mozart's Piano Sonata number 11. The first movement of this sonata is a theme and variations. And it's if you paid attention, you heard actually this theme today in the instrumental, in the prelude, before the service started. So I will play it again, and I hope that you will really enjoy it. In general, this sonata is very bright, pastoral, and joyous. And by the way, I forgot to mention that I think this concert really ties well to Pastor Jonah's message today about joy. We have so many great selections, and they all are so happy and bright. So we hope that we will bring your mood even higher and even further with this beautiful music. After the first movement, you will hear the second movement of the sonata, and it's a beautiful minuet with lots of charming characters. Finally, the third movement of the sonata is the famous Ronda alla Turca, or Turkish March, which I'm sure many of you, if not all, will recognize. Hope you will enjoy, and thank you so much again for coming. Thank you.
thought we would treat you with some beautiful German songs today. So please pay attention to the poetry, and I'll talk a little bit after this. Du meine Seele, du mein Herz, du meine Welt und du mein Schatz, about love. And the Germans did just such a great job of marrying prose and music. And that song was by Robert Schumann. The next one is by Johannes Brahms. And Brahms, to me, was really, when he wrote these art songs, it's really like, totally like a duet. He's the most duet-like composer for singers and accompanists. So, you know, it's just, and this is such a sweet little song. It's all about church. You know, I imagine a young man seeing his lovely sweetheart in front of the church doors, and you know, in love, how you feel like the days are so long between meetings. You know, it's like fresh love. Okay, Ich trage meine Minne is a Strauss song. I'll be doing 3 Strauss songs, and I believe Strauss, the Ich trage meine Minne is a deeper, longer known love. Die Nacht is totally different. I imagine, I don't know how many of you have seen Fantasia, but you know, at the end of the Beethoven, I believe, when the big night sky, the drawn night sky comes over, this is the image that I have in my head when I sing Die Nacht. And Zueignung is devotion, just thankful for love. And we can take that in many ways, whether it's a love of God or a love of a loved one, a lengthy love. So let's hear some love songs. So hab ich doch die ganze Woche mein feines Liebchen nicht gesehen. Ach, sah es an einem Sonntag voll vor der Türe stehen. Das 1000 schöne Jungfräulein, das 1000 schöne Herzelein. Wollte Gott, ich war heute
das tausendschöne Jungfräulein, das tausendschöne Herzelein. Wollte Gott, ich wär heute bei ihr. Wollte Gott, ich wär heute bei ihr. Ich trage meine Minne vor Wonne, stumm im Herzen und im Sinne mit mir herum. Ja, dass ich dich gefunden, du liebes Kind, das freut mich alle Tage, die mir beschieden sind. Und ob auch der Himmel trüber, kohlschwarz die Nacht, leuchtet meine Liebe kurzteilige Pracht. Und legt auch die Welt in Sünden, so tut mir's weh. Die Arge muss erblinden von deinem ausgeplündert steht der Strauch, rücken näher, See an See. Oh, die Nacht mir wankt, sehr Sorry. All right. Ja, du weißt es, teure Seele, dass ich ferne von dem ich quäle. Lebe macht die Herzen krank, habe Dank. Einst heilt ich der Freiheitssache hoch den Amethystenbefehl und du segnetest den Trank, habe Dank. Und beschworst darin die Bösen bis ich, was ich nie gewesen, heilig ans Herz dir sank. Habe Dank. I'm going to do some Samuel Barber for you. Oh, and also, I just wanted to say that the other reason we're doing these recitals is to help raise money for our guest musician fund, which helps us pay for Miroslav and our other guest musicians we have throughout the year. So feel free to give a donation either through the office or here, and we are putting this on YouTube, so for those of you online as well. We'll take donations for our guest musicians fund. Our first song here, Sure on This Shining Night, is by the poet James Agee. He also wrote some books, and he wrote the movie script for The African Queen, I believe. I think I just read that the other day. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So he wrote Death in the Family, and which I don't know if any of you are familiar with Knoxville, Summer of 1915 by Samuel Barber. That is taken, that prose, long prose is taken from that book. So we have that. And The Daisies is by James Stevens. And then our last song, we're ending on a lower and fun note. The Monk and His Cat is from a song, from song selections called from the Hermit Songs, excuse me, and this is based on a 9th century poem by an anonymous monk. You may have heard the Irish poem Pangur Bán, which is about a white cat and his monk and his cat. And it reminds me of my own father, who was a minister and oftentimes would sit in a chair and read. And I had this big, fluffy, smoky tabby who would often take my father's lap as his favorite place to sleep. And oftentimes I would see my father fall asleep with the cat in his lap. So see if you can see if the monk is falling asleep, and see if you can hear the cat prancing around in the monk and his cat. So we'll start with Sure on This Shining Night. Sure on this shining night of star-made shadows round, kindness must watch for me beside the ground. I lit years down the north, all is hid, all is health. High summer holds the earth, hearts all whole. Sure this shining night I weep for wandering forlorn of shadows on the stars. In the scented bud of the morning, oh, when the windy grass went rippling far, I saw my dear one walking slow in the field where the daisies are. We did not laugh and we did not speak as we wandered happily to and fro. I kissed my dear on either cheek in the bud of the morning, oh. A lark sang up from the breezy land, a lark sang down from a cloud afar, as she and I went hand in hand in the field where the daisies are. rejoice when your claws entrap a mouse. I rejoice when my mind fathoms a problem. Pleased with his own art, neither hinders the other, more sweet than ever, without tedium and envy. Panga, white panga, how happy we are alone together, scarlet cat. Panga, white panga, how happy we are. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We had a long day. What a variety of music you have had today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to seeing you on August 18th for more music. Thank you
Yes.
again.
Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome.